What really makes us better people is our capacity to question the status quo to achieve positive change. If you are seeking to adopt new habits, to learn about a kind lifestyle, low-waste living, and speaking up for justice, you have come to the right place. Together, we will make the switch that will light up this world. I'm Morgan, and I'm happy to welcome you on this journey. Hi beautiful souls, and welcome to this new episode of this Positive Switch podcast. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that is really dear to my heart. As you've read in the title, I think that others' opinions shouldn't dictate who you are. Opinions are good, they can be very constructive, but they can also be really destructive, and I think that's why we need to be really discerning. And this path to learning starts from a very young age. I think nowadays we live in an era where freedom of expression is almost everywhere, which also means that all kinds of expression are possible, and they can be either kind or harmful ones. And when we grow up, we probably most of us think and actually grow up thinking that our opinion is not valuable and that we cannot challenge others' opinions, especially our parents' opinions. We are told we should not challenge their opinions or their sayings. And I think when we grow up, when we're children, to growing to the teenage years, this phase of our life is actually quite important and very decisive as regarding the development of our personality, whether we will grow subjected to others' opinions or critical of others' opinions. And like I said, especially in our teenage years, we often tend to let others' opinions reach out to us, influence who we are, we let them harm us, and it might be even more the case as we haven't found yet who we really are. When I was 15 or 16, I wasn't really secure. There were just so many things that I hadn't figured out about myself yet, and I really needed to really grow on that journey so that now I could be more confident and know when to let others' opinions influence me or not, how to deal with them, and so on. And so in that age, when we're about 15, 16, we let rumors spread, people gossiping, we let people be convinced about what they've heard about us rather than challenging them and showing them who we really are, because it's just maybe more easier for us to just let everything be said and thought by other people rather than confronting them, which I can definitely understand. And sometimes, unfortunately, I have the feeling that this can follow us through our whole life. We can never escape others' opinions about us, but when we grow up, we can actually choose to let them define us or not. And I think that's just so important. It's so critical when we grow up. And I think I might have had many friends so far in my life, but now I know who my friends really are, and I know that I really have just a few friends. And yeah, I'd rather have it so than having thousands or hundreds of friends whom I know I cannot rely on, who I know I couldn't trust. And I know that the friends that I chose for me now, they just wouldn't take for granted what someone has said, and they wouldn't just judge me based on things I've said or done in the past, because they can acknowledge that I'm not the person now that I was back then. And that's just the case for all of us. We grow up, and we grow up from mistakes, and we become different people, and our opinions change. And sometimes it's like, for other people, our opinions are just like crystallized in time and they will never change. Or we just remain the same person, and therefore, like, you should never forgive someone, because to some individuals you just remain the same person and you've done things wrong, so therefore you will be a bad person forever. And I think that now more than ever, it's really important to build authentic relationships and friendships that truly nourish us and elevate us, rather than cancel us out for mistakes and don't give us a chance to evolve. It's easy to be criticized for one's opinions, but it's more difficult to find individuals who will critically question your opinions and talk about them with you. And that I've definitely learned, especially from the past few months or years. And a great example right now is social media. So whether we're talking about Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, it's like, it's just an instant thing, and what you say or do at one moment will like follow you for the rest of your life, and people will just interpret your opinions at that moment and think that this will be who you are for the rest of your life. So it seems that people are mostly more inclined to criticize your content and your opinions than to hear your message, to actually dig deep, like dig and look behind the layers of what we appear to say, and actually try to understand what the real message behind it is. But I think that with time, I've just learned to let go of friends whom I felt didn't see me for who I really was. Now I just don't let people's opinions reach out to me as I used to do it in the past, when I wasn't secure and confident. And the most important thing for me is really to just like stay truthful to myself. And there certainly were things that I've done or said in the past that I realized and just made me better, or people saw those things, and because they knew who I really was, and they knew that those actions or sayings weren't matching my values or who I really was, so they actually called me out and helped me to open my eyes. But they didn't help me from a foundation of judgment. They helped me because they knew who I was, and that my actions just didn't align with my values, like I said. So they helped me from a place of compassion rather than from judgment. Right now, with everything happening in the world, we're just so quick to react and judge that we forget to take a step back and ask ourselves, why did this person do this or say this? We just crystallize this person in one interpretation, one opinion, and we don't give them the chance to just be accountable for their actions, to account for it, to explain what are the roots behind those actions. And sometimes, even in an effort to seek justice, justice, we actually commit injustices toward others who have actually the same goal as we do. And therefore, that's why at the moment, well, at least in my eyes, I can see more division than unity. And I'm certainly affected by it. I'm sad that this is the case, and that's why I'm trying to work toward a message that's coming from kindness and compassion rather than just judgment. And of course, it's just quite legitimate. We've grown up with the internet, and there's just this automatisms of reacting and interacting, and it's never been faster and easier, but this just shouldn't influence our capacity to be compassionate towards others. But also, before I finish this episode, I just want you to know that, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, or someone in your life has already told you this, but no matter what you say or do, what you said or did, what you will say or do, you will always be judged for your actions, for your sayings, and it will be rightfully or wrongfully. People will always find a way, whether consciously or not, to judge you. And I'm not perfect. I'm not like I'm not exempt from judging others. It happens to me, but I know that I'm learning from my experiences, from the misplaced judgments of others and opinions I have received in the past, to not reproduce the same mistakes that I've made or that others have made. And I think that at the moment we need more unity than division, more love than hate. We need to be discerning, to be critical in an honest way. And above all, I think we need to live up to our values and create a journey of love and truth. So, that was just thoughts that were on my mind, and I really needed to talk about this topic because I've never felt more more aware of this situation, of all those opinions and judgments just like traveling so fast in the world, and people canceling each other out through the internet or not, but it's mostly through the internet. And when you think about it, the internet is something virtual. It's like your things that you say and do are just up in the air, and it can just be so quick for people to interpret things that you say or do through the prism of social media. And sometimes, because of this virtuality, we're literally, while we're connected, like really connected online, we're just becoming disconnected from one another. We just let our judgments and opinions stay between us, and we don't actually work them out. We don't give people chances to explain, to account for what they've said or done, and it creates more division than unity, and it disconnects us more than ever. And sometimes, of course, the internet is a great source of knowledge, of information, but sometimes it can be a place for wrong sayings, for mean, unjust, unfair sayings, for discrimination, for oppression, for injustice. And we have to be really discerning of what's going on here. And that will be it for today. I hope that brought some value in your day. If that was the case, please make sure to just leave a comment, give me your opinion on this. If you're feeling, or if you felt the same way, if you felt that this was constructive in any way, please just feel free to share this episode and to write a review on Apple Podcasts. And with this said, I will just leave you and hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.